Well, hello. How's everybody doing out there today? Good to see everyone. Let's see. Hopefully, you can hear me. Believe you can. At least it's showing that I have sound. So there we go. Good to see everybody. Got Chalin coming in, who is a member. You can see right there by a little symbol by her name out there. And then Mike shows up, who's also a member as well. Hit that like button. There you go. That's very nice of you. Mark showing up. And Miss Mia, look at there. Hey, little sister, who loves you, girl? Who loves you? Soothing music. There you go. Yeah, I like to start it off nice and mellow. Start things off that way. So good to see everyone. Glad everyone can make it. Today, we're just following up on really last week, just kind of touch base. And I had some really good comments afterward. So I want to bring up a couple of those. But I'm going to talk more mobile this time. Most people on your devices, like your iPads, your Android tablets, and your phones and stuff like this. I'm talking more generalized to that. But before that, I'd like to get to a comment made by William Rock, who also has been on the show a couple times. So shout out to you, William. He says, in one of his comments, he says, another thing you can check out is clearing your inbox. Many of thousands of emails do you still have? How many do you have in your mailbox? So, yeah, I think it's time to go through that. And he's right. I mean, not that they take up that much memory, because a lot of people have a whole lot of memory, and as well as many folders do you have, and just wasting space. There is a lot of wasted space in those areas, especially if you have stuff like attachments and videos and all those different kind of things. That can add up very quickly. Another thing he brings up in another comment, first of all, he said, fantastic topic that many don't want to clean house. That's very true. A lot of people don't want to. There we go. How about that? 155,075 unread on my phone. Okay. All right, Mike, get busy on that. We'll see you in a couple weeks. This is he mentions here, this is also something very important for the corporate industry as well. Many are overpaying for storage as well as getting the clutter out of the file structure. Many people over time will add different folders that might be duplication or triplication, because it just downloaded to download. And then you get like so many copies of different things. And he's so right on that. I got to thinking about it. I was like, that is an important one too, because a lot of times, like we do bid work at my real job in construction, and we take bids, and some of those bids are huge on the plans and the CAD drawings and all that kind of stuff. So the files can be huge. So why hang on to those? And look, Miss Mia says, oh my God, that's me. That's true. Yeah, no, I get it. But I think that those are all important things. And I think we really need to focus on some of those kind of things. I would suggest one thing that Jalin, who's in here today, also mentioned last week in the backstage pass afterward. She sets time. Couldn't remember if she said days or weeks or whatever, but she sets like a specific amount of time, whether that be 15 minutes, and just go through. There you go. Same. He says, yeah, right. The bid docs are cumbersome. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. So I think it becomes very important that we just really take time to focus on this. I would even start at 5 minutes a day. Maybe 5 minutes a day. Or if you set a day that you can take 30 minutes and go through some of this and just periodically do that. That's a great habit to do. But let's take the focus and make this spring cleaning and stick with the subject here. At least do it every spring. All right, I'm going to switch over to, let me go slide on down over here to my phone and just kind of show you some of the things I was talking about. So if you're looking at my phone here, you can kind of see that I like to separate my phone. I have different, and I know some people use iPhone. I have an iPhone as well, so I do the same kind of thing. But I like to organize stuff. Like I have all of my stuff that ties into my Google Home. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Into my Google Home right here. And this has like all my smart devices, my Hue lamp stuff, my sync software, 𝐸𝐽𝐸 for the string lights that are behind me, stuff like that. I just went through this just on this page alone with these devices and things. I just went through this, and I'm going to tell you something. Wow. I really cleaned up some stuff. Found out one of the string lights that I have back there was not operating correctly because it wasn't connected to the internet. I just went through and just did a lot of kind of cleaning stuff. And one of these, I took an app off of here. I don't even have that bulb anymore. So why am I hanging on to the app? There's other ones like if you're not taking a flight, then why have that? Like I know, what is it? Delta and some of those kind of things. Well, I fly twice a year, maybe. Why do I need to keep that app on there? Do you need to keep that app on there? I mean, I don't know. That's your decision, but that's all I'm saying. Like this is something that Text Fairy, I have this on here. I've had that on there forever. I love that because what it'll do is it'll take any text that's on screen and read it to you. Well, there's all kinds of stuff that's out there right now that you don't need to do that. You don't need to have. Why do I even have this app on here anymore? You know, like here's my HP Smart printer. Yeah, I need that because I know I'm going to need to print. I might not be printing every day, but at least I need that. You know, other things. DirecTV, we had that for a while. I don't even have DirecTV anymore. So I'm just going to hold down on it and I'm going to drag it up here and hit uninstall because I don't need it anymore. And are you sure you want to uninstall? Yeah, I want to uninstall. So it's things like this that we need to go through, clean up, get rid of, especially if it's stuff you're not using. Now, one way to tell, at least on Android, that's nice, is your most recent apps. They have a row up here of your most recent apps, which is nice. So obviously you're using that, keep those. Then everything else is alphabetical. I just love this. It's a way to find this. I wish iPhone did this, but it doesn't, at least not that I've found. And there's a lot of apps on here that do I really need? You know, Uber. How often do I Uber? Well, usually when I travel is when I Uber. So do I want to take that off of there? I don't know. It's up to you. Some people, here's Microsoft Teams. I don't even use Microsoft Teams. But if somebody, or like my doctor's office who uses it, or somebody else that uses it, I might want to have that around if I'm going to get on my phone with that. Do I need the app? I don't know. Use your discretion. Here's the Southwest Airlines. You know, I probably have an airline on here that's not even in business anymore. So I mean, really go through and clean up some of this stuff. You could really, and find out there's a way to find out your unused apps in your stuff as well. Let's go out here. I think Mark questioned, what's an easy way to find my unused apps on my Pixel phone? Hey, he says, I have tons. There you go. So the easiest way on a Pixel phone, let's just walk through that. Oh, hold on. I see. Because the owners of that app want to track you. Oh, well, yeah, if you feel like you need to be tracked, then yeah, I would recommend go ahead and keep doing that. That's a good point. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not on screen, am I? Hold on a second. If you go into on the Pixel phone, let me switch back over. Sorry, so you can see. Sorry about that, Mark. I came off my screen. Okay, so I think all you have to do is it's as simple as this. If I swipe down from the top and come into the menu, hit the gear wheel, which is, you can't see it, can you? Let me slide there we go. Right down here, there's a gear wheel. Click on that gear wheel to take you into here. Just type in unused. Look at there. And it comes right up, unused apps. And there they are, right here. See, it's 47 unused apps. Right there is 47 unused apps. This is a great way to get rid of some of those apps that you're not using at all anymore. All of these, I haven't used them. Last opened. It'll tell you when it's last opened. Here's the thing that my wife, that Kodak print doc, she's the one that had a little printer where we could print to, and there you go. And I don't even use that. She uses it on her phone, so I don't even need it anymore. So I mean, it's just like there's a lot of used apps. There's a lot of apps on there. Some of them you might need. So you know, you might need some of these in a way that, for example, um, the printer one. You may want to print something one day, so you may want to keep that app on there. But why not? Oh, there you go. He says, "Thank you so much." Of course, you're welcome. But I think these are the things that you need to decide and think about. Hey, do I really need this? What do I need to do on here? And there's other things you can clean up too. There's other ways to clear cache, clear some of the memory from them. Even if you're not going to use them, go clean the memory out of them, because it may be totally different. The other thing is too, is when you're on an old app in your Android phone, this is on Android, I can't speak to iPhone, but if you're in an old app on Android, if you don't get the update, then it's not updating, and a lot of stuff gets clogged in there. So I'm just saying it'll probably run better and be better, and it's a good time to clean up. I would go through all of my apps and see which ones need the latest update. Open up an app, see if it's up to date, see if it needs updated. It might tell you when you open it and say, hey, listen, come and let's open this up and go check this out. That's all I got for today. I just wanted to do a second version and talk about mobile and your tablets and your Chromebooks and anything that you're using that's different, that you want to make sure that those are clean as well. I think that becomes an important thing. If anybody's watching this afterward and you want to add some comments, thank you so much for the folks that did for part 1 last week. Part 2, feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to hear about it. I'm going to go ahead and take us on out. Be sure to, anybody that is a member, if you want to, come on in the backstage. I'm not going to stay long today, but I would love to have you come and chat for a little bit anyway. Let's do that, and I will see you guys next week, hopefully same time. Thanks, everybody. See you, folks.